Now that you have set up your store with SocialCart, it is time to go live. In this video, we're going to learn how to go live via a Facebook page. If you choose to go live via a Facebook group, then we have a different video for that, and I invite you to check that out. Let's dive into how to go live with a Facebook page. Before we begin scheduling our live, we want to make sure that our Facebook is properly connected to our SocialCart account. Let's return to our settings. If you remember, in our last video, we connected our Facebook to our SocialCart account. Let's just make sure everything looks good here. As you can see, Clearston's Collections is the page that I want to go live on, and it's selected. I'm all good. Because this video is specifically about going live on Facebook pages, we're going to ignore this part here about the group. I'm going to click Save just to be sure that everything is set there. Now I'm going to click on Go Live. This is where the magic happens. First, we're going to click on Add a new Facebook Live session. Here you can see that it defaults to the current date. We really highly recommend that you actually plan your lives days in advance. This will help you to make sure that all of the products on your live are correct and allows you to advertise your sessions to your customers in advance. However, for the purpose of this live, I am going to leave it here on today's date, but you're more than welcome to go in and select a different date if you prefer. Over here under live session name, again, it defaults to today's date and says Tuesday live. Let's say you were choosing to go live on the 20th or 23rd. You could easily change this out to whatever you want your title to be. Next, we're going to go under products. Here's where you're going to go in and you're going to select the products that you will be showing during your live. I want to make sure that I show off this bangle, these cleansing towels, this face roller, these super cute straw utensils, and these two bags. Those are the only items I want to show on today's live. I could go through and select all of these other items as well if I wanted to, but really for this live, these will be enough for me. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to click Save Changes. Okay. Now that we've selected our products, note that it goes to Select Product Variants. So on this page, you're going to see the variant for every single item that is on your product list, the pieces that you've chosen to show during your live. This page is extremely important, so I ask that you pay extra special attention to what I'm about to talk about. When you go live with SocialCart, your customers will be commenting dibs, the product number, and the variant. If there isn't a variant, then that part will be left off of their comment. They'll simply say dibs and number. However, if the item has multiple variants, they will have to type out the name of that variant. It is extremely important that the variant name is short and very easy for them to spell. In fact, I would recommend that the name be one singular word, maybe a color, a shape, or a size. Let's talk about why that is. If I'm the customer and I'm watching you go live and you say, we're going to have this variant be called the Quilted Mini Crossbody Bag for Coffee Dates White. That's going to be hard for the customer to remember. They don't have these words right in front of them. They're going to have to remember all of that on their own, and frankly, that's a little bit difficult. So we want to make sure that our titles for our variants are very, very easy. Let's go in here and look at this particular bag. The variant name is actually just white. The other part was the product name, which the customer does not have to remember. They only have to remember the variant name. Because this is a short, simple variant name, I'm going to leave this as it is. I do want to note that I can go in on this individual variant and I can change the stock. Say I decided to keep the white one and I don't want to give it to my customers. I can change this down to 1. Or let's say I don't want it on at all because again, I decided to keep both bags. I'm going to click Disable. Okay, so we're going to save changes on this variant. Awesome. Now we're going to go back to our main variant page on our live. I want to show you an example of a variant name that's a little bit longer, one that probably isn't appropriate for our customers. So I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to go to the pink jade face roller and heart-shaped scraping board set. Let's look at the variant name. It says pink jade face roller with heart-shaped scraper. Do you think that's going to be very easy for your customers to remember? I certainly don't. I want to remove this and just make it pink. Now our customers will be able to simply comment dibs, the number, and the word pink. Much, much easier for them to remember. I'm now going to scroll down the page and click Save Changes. Now that we're back on the main page, let's go down and just make sure that that changed to pink. And it did. Perfect. Time to go back to the main page. I've made sure that each of my items have short, simple names that are easy for the customers to remember. So I'm going to go down and click Save Changes. I do want to make a quick note. Let's say you want to remove a variant entirely from this page. You can easily do so by clicking this button right here. For example, let's say I decided to keep this bag for myself. I will click here and it will save to remove that from our variant options list. I'm now going to click Save Changes. As you can see here, it says that our live is now ready to launch, shows that I have 14 products and currently have 0 orders, 0 users, and 0 paid orders. This just basically is a little summary for you to reference after the live is open. Now, let's look here at your product codes. You'll see that it's created a product code for each of our items. Let's look here at this top one. It says 001 2 hearts meeting open bangle. See how there's only one variant here? That means I don't even have to say the variant name. I can simply say 001 2 hearts meeting open bangle. When I read this off to my customers, I might say, I'm now showing off this beautiful 2 hearts meeting open bangle. You can see how beautiful this piece is with its white coloring. If you would like to purchase this bracelet from me, you can type dibs 001. See, there wasn't a variant there, so they could simply type dibs 001. Let's look at this 3-piece wheat straw utensil set for children. Here I have 3 different colors: blue, beige, green, and pink. When I tell my customers about this item, I'm going to want to say dibs 004 blue, dibs 004 beige, etc. You get the idea. Basically, your customer has to be very specific when they comment on the video to ensure that the system understands exactly what they're wanting. I'll show you some examples of what happens if a customer comments and the system doesn't know what it wants. We'll talk about that in a minute. For now, I want to say that whenever you do decide to go live, you can go on here and you can look at your product codes in this window, or you can even copy your codes and paste them into a Word document if that's a little bit easier for you. You can even print them off and look at them on a hard piece of paper while you're going live. We try to make it as user-friendly as possible. Now that you have your product codes all set, your live is ready to launch, and you've got your codes either in another window or they're right here for you to open, it's time to go live. Let's quickly talk about how to actually go live with SocialCart. As you can see, I'm currently going live with my business page, Kirsten's Collections. You are actually seeing the screen from a buyer's point of view. I'm going live on my phone with my business account, and I'm logged into a separate Facebook account to comment as a customer. This is just to show you what the experience looks like. So as you can see here on the live, I have commented kirstenscollections.socialcart.co, and then I've actually pinned that comment to my chat. When you pin a comment, it stays right there in your customer's view, no matter how many other comments there are. This is a best practice. Let me explain why. When your customer first comes to your very first live, they're going to need to log into Facebook. So what they're going to need to do is they're going to need to go to your website first. So here in this example, I can just copy and paste it into my browser, or I can just click here to go to the page. If I had never been to Kirsten's Collections before, over here it would have a big blue button that says to log into Facebook. Basically, this just gives Facebook the ability to communicate with SocialCart for your customer. This is what allows SocialCart to message your customer and say, you've added this to your cart, you can check out now, that sort of thing. Because I have previously logged into Facebook, it's already here. It says, hi Kirsten. But if I hadn't been, that button would be right there. So your customer is going to click on that button. They're going to grant permission to SocialCart and Facebook to interact, and then you'll be set. Your customer then can come back to your Facebook Live. Here on their Facebook Live, they're going to be able to watch you go live, of course. So, what does this experience look like? If we were in a true live right now, you would be seeing me, the seller, showing off the different products that I have to offer. For example, I might be showing off that open heart banglet that we saw during the setup. That item does not have a variant. So, as the seller, I might say, this is a really beautiful bracelet in the color white. If you would like to purchase this for $4.99, you can comment dibs 001. As the customer, I'm going to go in and I'm going to type dibs 001. Watch what happens when I submit dibs 001. As you can see, I immediately received a message from Kirsten's Collections saying product 2 hearts meeting open bangle white was added, ready to check out. As the customer, I can check out right now, or I can minimize this for the moment, stay on the live, and continue to watch. I'm going to choose to stay on the live. My next product, item number 002, was actually something that does have a variant. So, as the seller, I'm going to say, if you would like the black version of this product, you're going to type dibs 002 black. So as the customer, I am interested in that item. So I'm typing dibs 002 black. I'm now going to receive, here it is, a message saying product monochrome yarn cleansing towel for removing makeup black was added, ready to check out. So again, I can check out at this point, or I can wait and continue through the live. Earlier in the video, I mentioned that sometimes your customer may not type the correct thing for the variant, or they may leave the variant off entirely. Let's see what that looks like. I'm going to type again dibs 002, and I'm not going to type a variant. When I hit send, Kirsten's Collection is going to message me again. See here it says, please specify the option for 002. Comment again with the option you want, and the options are sky blue or black. So now I already have the black in my cart. I've decided I want sky blue as well. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to type dibs 002 sky blue. I'm going to hit enter, and I should promptly receive a message from SocialCart. There it is. Now the sky blue is added. Now that I have put these items into my cart, I'm ready to check out. So as the buyer, I'm going to click checkout and I'm going to launch my cart. See here, it says that I've added, oops, zoomed in a little too far, the 2 hearts meeting open bangle, the monochrome cleansing towel in black, and the monochrome cleansing towel in sky blue. Ignore the fact that it shows the pictures of pink here. It's just because when I was setting up my store, I did not put the different variants in. I just put the titles. So now as the customer, I'm able to go through the checkout flow. I'm going to show you what that looks like really quickly so that you kind of have some idea of what it'll look like on both ends. So as the customer, I've got my items, I've got my taxes, and I'm going to hit continue to secure checkout. I'm now going to put in my billing information so that I can proceed with checkout. As you can see here, I have put in my first and last name, I've put in my address, and I've put in my phone number. I'm now going to continue to shipping. Of course, if I want to use a different address for shipping, I can click that button. But for me, I want to use the same one. So I have clicked to continue. At this point, the customer has the option to choose shipping or pickup. Shipping is $9, or I can click pickup and say I want to go pick it up in Kirsten's driveway. I personally want to pick it up in the driveway, so I'm going to click continue to payment. Now I'm going to have the option for PayPal, credit card, or cash payment. Remember, PayPal credit card means I can go in and pay with a credit card, debit card, or PayPal through the normal avenues. Cash payment is basically anything else. Cash can be hard cash, it can be Venmo, it can be Cash App, basically anything other than PayPal or credit card. So for me, I'm going to go in and I'm going to put cash payment. I'm now going to review my order. Let's see if everything looks good. I've got my 3 items, I've got my total, I have my taxes included, I'm getting it shipped here, here's my contact info, and here's my cash payment method. As the customer, I can actually leave a sweet note to the buyer saying, thank you so much. Can't wait to get my goodies. Awesome. I'm now going to place my order. Thank you for supporting a small business. You have successfully placed an order. I have now received an email saying that I have successfully placed an order with information about my order. From the seller's standpoint, I've also received an email saying that I have a new order. Let's go back to the seller's dashboard and just see what that looks like. Now, back here on my seller's dashboard, I can see that I have a new order from Kirsten Greenhaw with an order total of $28.48, and there are 3 items. Let's go check out the order. You can see here that the order was placed today. It's all of my information and it is the correct items. Awesome. If you remember, I clicked that I wanted to pay with cash. Because of that, it technically says not paid, which means that I, the seller, need to go in and collect payment. That just means I'm going to go in here and I'm going to click mark as paid. This tells SocialCart that I've received my cash payment in whatever form it is from the customer and it's good to go. If the customer had paid with credit card or PayPal, it would say paid here. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to click mark as paid. And now you can see that it is paid. I can also go in and I can click change status to ship. When I click this, I can say, yes, I did add, I would like to add a tracking number and I can put in a tracking code here, or I can say no, that I don't want to add a tracking code. For example, if it is a true pickup order. And then you have to check that you understand that once an order is fulfilled, it cannot be undone, and then we're gonna hit save. So now it shows that the order was paid and the order was fulfilled. We can also download an invoice if we need to. We can contact our customer in a myriad of ways. Then we're gonna go back to the dashboard and you'll see here, my average order this month was the $28.48 because that's the order that was just placed. I have gotten $28.48 in revenue this month and $1.79 in tax. So altogether, this shows you that yes, the order was a success. One more note, and then we will wrap up this video. Once you have finished with a live, you do not need to go in and delete the live session. This is because for the next 7 days, your customers can actually go in, comment, and place an order even after the live has ended. It will still work through SocialCart. So you want to leave that up so that you don't take away that ability from your customers. To recap, we now know how to go live with SocialCart on Facebook pages. You simply need to make sure that your pages are still connected, go through and schedule your live, choosing your inventory and making sure that your variant names are short, sweet, and easy to spell so that your customers are not confused during the live. Once you have completely set up your live in SocialCart, you are able to go onto Facebook and go live for the scheduled date. Remember, a best practice is to comment your SocialCart URL in your Facebook Live and pin that comment, which you can do by clicking the 3 dots in the right-hand corner and click pinned. That way your customers can quickly and easily go in, connect their Facebook to SocialCart, and purchase from you. From that point forward, we'll take care of you. If you have any questions whatsoever, please always remember that you can reach out to any of the customer service teams, Jahan, or myself. We are absolutely here to support you, and we are so excited to take you on this journey. Thank you.